Where are your toys?
He has one literally beside the popcorn bag.
Play with your friends. Hey, it's Lo.
And Paige.
And this is the Paige Lo Show. Welcome back to our channel.
Your physique is just...
You look wonderful. So today we thought we would do something that we have literally never done before.
No.
We're doing a Drugstore Faves video because we find that a lot of the stuff we talk about when it comes to dupes and makeup favorites and like seasonal favorites is we're always talking about stuff that we buy at the drugstore. And we thought,
really show it.
yeah, why don't we just talk about the things that we love that are staples from drugstores that you can just walk into and just buy any old where.
Some of mine I've talked about before, not in great detail, but I'll go a little bit more in. Other things are new that I'm loving.
Yeah, and a couple things are my literal favorites, go-tos, and I realized that I have never actually talked about these items on camera before. Whoa! So today is the day.
Yep, it's a red lip classic kind of day.
Yeah, we did not mean to match our lips today, but,
Or our shirts.
but it happened. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, let's start with the base of the face. My favorite foundation that I discovered 3 years ago is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have two different shades because I have my winter shade and my summer shade. I'm now in my transition phase where I put both shades on when I'm trying to make makeup. One thing that's really good about this and what's good about it when we're filming is there's no flashback. That's why it's called photo focus. So it's been tested under a whole bunch of different types of lights and cameras. So cell phones, professional cameras, all that stuff.
When I do wedding makeup, that's what I use.
It's $5.99. Like, how can you go wrong with a $5.99 foundation? You can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart or Superstore. I prefer getting it at Superstore because it's cheaper. You can sometimes find it at a Walmart if they have the full Wet n Wild range, but most Walmarts don't. They just have like a mini. I will warn you, it does kind of smell like paint.
Yeah. But what are you doing other than painting your face?
Exactly. So this is my go-to all-time favorite foundation for all skin types.
My go-to drugstore cleanser is something that I try and stray from, and then I'm like, no, this just doesn't work as good, so then I go back. It's the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I use it to remove my makeup. I use it to wash my face. Sometimes if I'm really feeling like I'm having a bad sensitive skin day, I'll use it as body wash. Ceramides and hyaluronic acid for us dry desert folk. It has something called MVE technology, but like whoever really knows what that means. Moisturizes, restores, and maintains a protective skin barrier. And it's dermatologist recommended. And fun fact, my doctor recommended it to me, and that's how I figured out about it.
Very nice. So another thing that's kind of base-ish, I love a good BB cream. It's very tricky to find a BB cream that doesn't make your skin look a little shiny if you have oily skin already. So I've tried different brands of BB cream for oily skin and they just haven't worked. I always have to go nuts with my powder and setting sprays and stuff, and I don't want to do that when I'm wearing a BB cream because I want it to be just one layer and done. So the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB cream for oily skin. This is really, really good. It just unfortunately doesn't go very light. This is the lightest shade. It's 510 Fair, and it's still too dark for me unless I have a tan. So this is really good for me in the summer after I've had a spray tan, or if I have like self tanner on. This is really good. I wish it was lighter.
I would use it.
But anybody that doesn't have to worry too much about lightness of color, I say try this. It's really good for staying matte all day, and I don't feel like I have to like touch up with powder.
My next product is also part of Skin Base. It is Hard Candy Translucent Loose Powder Setting Powder. Sheer Envy Loose Powder Setting Powder. And I really enjoy it. I bought it in the States on our trip. I think it was in our haul video. Probably. And it's very thin. Like it's not like a grainy texture. And I find it doesn't dry my under eyes out, which is the only place that I really use setting powder. So very, very nice. And I think you can get Hard Candy at Walmart.
Yes, Walmart. My all-time favorite bronzer, I've realized I have not talked about, and I've already hit pan on this one without ever having telling you guys about it. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This comes in 2 different shades. This is the light version, so that's why I really like it, because it's very similar to the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. It smells like coconut mixed with butter.
Oh.
Yes. There's even a little brush in it, but who knows what this does? Not me.
What the frick?
I really like this because it's very, very buttery, as the name suggests, and it matches my skin tone nicely, so I can wear it in winter or in summer.
Nice.
And you can sometimes find Physicians Formula on really good sale at Shoppers Drug Mart. So when I got this, I think it was like $11.99, like $10.99, $11.99, and it's regular like 20 bucks. Check out Shoppers Drug Mart for sales, because that's the only place that I've ever seen it go on like ridiculous sale.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, my next one is also like a contouring product. Well, not really, but whatever. It's my Maybelline Master Chrome metallic highlighter in Molten Rose Gold. I'm wearing it right now. I can't get over how much I love this highlighter. Not have I been as excited about a highlighter since like I discovered Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC, which is my everyday go-to. But like, this is so good, and it's usually only like $8. And it is so good. I want to get all of them. I think there's only 3 shades. I wish they sold like a palette. I would literally spend $30+ on it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Moving on to more of a makeup item.
As opposed to the last 3 things you talked about.
True. So I didn't start using eyeshadow primer until recently because I didn't think it was necessary. I use a face primer. Why I didn't think I needed an eyeshadow primer, I don't know. This one is by Essence. You've heard us talk about Essence before. They're a very affordable drugstore brand. Usually there's not a lot of sorry. So you can get this in Superstore, Shoppers Drug Mart, and it has kind of almost like a pinky undertone. It gives a really nice base to your eyelid. You pat it down with a little tacky,
Nice.
Which is really good. You want it to do that, but it basically what it does is it gets your eyelid back to a super light, all one tone color. So when you put eyeshadow on top of it, it really pops. I am a true believer now that eyeshadow primer is a necessary step in the makeup process.
I used to use the Urban Decay
Primer Potion, yeah.
Primer Potion, and it was also a pinky undertone, and I feel like this might be a dupe.
Yeah, I do have the Hypnotic Poison, not Hypnotic Poison, that's a Dior perfume. Yes, I do have the Primer Potion. I should test that out, yeah, and do like one eye and see what happens. Oh,
My next 2 products are both Essence, actually, because we love an Essence moment. I've talked about this before. This is my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara with filling fibers. I love this stuff. I will never go back to the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. This is just a perfect, great product. It's good job, Essence.
I have that as well, and I don't like it, but I think it's because I bought the lighter version, and the lighter version is a little warm toned.
This is shade 2 Brownie Brows.
Yeah, and I have shade 1, Beigey Beige.
I really, really love that product, so.
My next thing is a very fun thing. I love a good beauty blender, and I've been using different ones, different brands. The one that I'm really into right now is an EcoTools one that I got for Christmas that is honkin', and it has a flat edge, like a full flat edge, a shorter flat edge, and then a bulbous bottom.
A bulbous bottom.
I recently discovered that you can find these cute, adorable little mini guys. I got ones from, what's that brand that we like?
Real Techniques?
Yeah, they have little ones that also have a flat edge to them, but these ones I get from Superstore.
Oh.
In their like Joe Fresh makeup kind of collection. You can get a little box. I think there's like 5 or 6 in the little box.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so it's the perfect size for my concealer if I need to get makeup like around my nose. Yeah, I really, really love these little guys.
Nice. My next product, and I swear I'll stop talking about Essence products and how much I love them so very much. The one that I'm going to talk about right now is the Essence Plumping Nudes Lip Gloss. This one is shade 3, She's So Extra, and aren't we all just a little bit extra? It's great on top of matte lipsticks. It doesn't make the lipstick separate. They're just really great lip products.
Yep.
And it lays down a little bit of color, which I like in a lip gloss.
My next thing is a whole brand. kind of like me. We've never really talked about nail polish before, but my absolute favorite brand of nail polish is Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. You probably see it all over the place, and if you haven't tried it yet, I suggest it. I really like them because there's quite a few colors. They usually come out with little collections every once in a while, and then when the collection is done, they'll go on really good sale, so watch out for those. Usually they'll have something going on for the summer at Shoppers Drug Mart, and then once the summer is done and that collection is done skis, it'll go onto their little clearance stands. Watch out for those. I'll show you some of my favorite shades. A couple of the ones from special collections. So they did a Crayola one. This one is like a really nice light peachy color. This one I think has a really cool name. Apricot. But I think it was named after the specific crayons that it looks like. This one's really nice too. This is very cherry. This is their Jelly Belly collection.
Ooh, I love a good jelly bean.
Yes. This is my favorite gold nail polish. This is called Go for Gold. I really love that one. But then the one that I really want to talk about is this white one. This is called White on Time. This wasn't part of a collection at all. This is just their everyday one. And what's really cool about this one is literally one layer and you're done. And with white, it's really hard to lay down a good amount in order to get like a nice solid white.
Yep.
And then it always chips off. Like, I don't know if you can see my pinky finger, but this is what I have on my pinky right now. One layer and you're done. These ones are called Insta-Dry because they're fast drying, but I would still give it enough time between each layer to dry so that it doesn't chip.
My next product is one that I just started using. I was noticing that my Tried and True Buxom mascara just was making me get really irritated eyes. So I was looking for a new one for a very long time. I've tried multiple Essence ones, which are great, but I was still getting irritated eyes. So I recently tried Maybelline New York The Falsies Lash Lift. I'm really liking it. I'm not having any eye irritation. The brush is contoured like I like it.
Ooh.
The formula is really great. It's almost like it's old, which is my favorite kind of mascara, right out of the tube. Like, it's nice and dry. It's a dry formula. It's not a really wet formula. It's really buildable, and I do find that it actually does lift my eyelashes. Like, I am finding that it's paying off with what it says it does.
So this next one is kind of really random. This isn't necessarily a drugstore item. This is something that I got at Dollar Tree. So everyone lately has been talking about jade rollers and rose quartz rollers. They are, what the Benjamin! Rolling of the face, really good for getting rid of puffiness and draining your lymphatic system. So I don't necessarily think that the specific crystals that you use on the roller do much for your face. Don't get me wrong, I am literally a crystal crazy person. I have an entire collection of crystals and I use them to get me through life. I am very much into crystals and I know the meaning behind all of them. So if you ever want a specific crystal for a specific thing in your life, hit a girl up.
She took me to the crystal store a few weeks ago. I bought all the things because life's just not great and I'm throwing anything to see what sticks. And you know what? I don't feel any worse.
Yeah. So there you go. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's a jade roller. It's clearly not real jade, but it's just a little guy. One thing I like to do is after I put moisturizer on in the morning, you can keep this guy in the fridge or the freezer. It makes it nice and chilly. And then, yes, and then when you have your moisturizer on, try to do it with moisturizer or something on your skin so you aren't pulling your skin, because that just defeats the purpose.
Has a little slip.
Yeah, so these have a little bit of slip to it, and you just push kind of under your eyes up towards your hairline, down the center of your face. You can look up the ways to do jade rolling. I just really like doing this to get rid of the puffiness in my cheeks, and I found this is helping. So yay, Dollar Tree, $1.25.
You know what? I got one in a FabFitFun box a year ago and it broke 3 days later, so it doesn't matter how much you spend on them either.
Yeah, true.
Alright, my last product is a dupe as well as a drugstore fave. I was a big fan of the Design Me Hair, Puff Me texturizing powder. And Mark Anthony came out with this Dream Big Volume Volumizing Superpower for instant lift and texture. I will say it does leave a little bit of cast, so you have to really like rub it in much like a dry shampoo, and it does make your hair a little tacky, but that's any real good texturizer anyways. So as you can see, it like actually is a mist, and then you just kind of play with it and it does give quite a bit of lift into your hair. We loved the Puff Me one, and I felt bad every little puff that we used from it.
I priced out each puff, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something ridiculous. Every time we used it, I was like,
this is not necessarily the cheapest drugstore product either. It's, I think, still $11.99, but like the Puff Me stuff is like ridiculous. So.
Yeah, that's kind of it for what we have for this round of Drugstore Faves.
Yeah, but we'll probably have some more through the summer.
Definitely will, because drugstore is where we get most of our stuff. And yes, we do have specific high-end versions of products that are our holy grails and are worth a splurge.
Right.
9 times out of 10, we just think it's not necessarily worth it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
And share, because sharing is caring. And cheers till next time.
Cheers.
Cheersies. Clink.
Oh, ring the bell.